And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the guns. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And then he goes with a juke. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Demario Davis coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson rolling to his left. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski adds the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now we give left side to Falk. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Bridgewater now on second down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on third down with Falk. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. But they've got a 3rd and inches coming up, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Running right, here's Falk. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Throw left side. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Johnson with a completion over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Flushed out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Wilson on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Wilson on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Out to his left. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
Wilson will throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Wilson going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
14.
On second down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Third and long, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Kamara. So we are at halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Second down, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Tom. possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Unable to corral him. He fights through. They give him a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins away. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, this is Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gun!
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. The 20. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkle.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 44. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down.
Gotta go. 36 power. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Take it at the 37. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his.
And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Janikowski bangs it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
No, check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch it now, Barney.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
No. Check. Patriot! Detroit!
Back to throw. Shutting defenders at the 15. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Lutz with the extra point. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now they'll run it on the toss. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And they'll run it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's exactly what they were looking for right there. here in field goal range.
And the tension building. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Running with Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mode. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do with that stuff in traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic. I drink water when I'm fasting. Use a hands, give me and I can't have it. Boy, I'm from average. Better wait your turn, better get it on.
Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
I sound him.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Chris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she called me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, what's underground, what's underground, frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't pay, it ain't ours. Bet it back, I bet I match it like the same style. Chopsticks for beef from shutting PF chains down. I gave you prophecy, my first one, then you lamed out. Luckily, sold, but it wasn't for me. Still the flow raw, peep the way I bubble in these streets. Who can with me?
Nikki, baby.
Go.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Little fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, you can in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures thinner than a pantyhose.
Over here in empty pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you to. Get over here. He's gonna get worse.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with the dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done there every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I like Speeds at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
What's that on that beat?
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bled at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, took the Brinks truck. Become a Greek freak when you see bugs. Is your head done? Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you feel safe? If we go up, gotta take phones. I'm with some go ups, I can take home. Act up in the bay like Draymond. I'ma need my money like Faison.
Bust it down, bust it down. Hey, hey, bust it down, bust it down. Hey, 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 bust it down, bust it down. When YG coming around, you gotta bust it down. Bust it down, bust it down. Hey, bust it down, bust it down. Hey, bust it down, bust it down. When Travis come around, you better bust it down.
Krispy Kreme whip and the wheels glaze. Yeah, when you move at night, you don't feel shade. Running through the field, it's a field day. Yeah, let her bled at the hood day. She gon' bust down if the beat good. She gon' roll up, bring the park the Lambo, took the Brinks. Is your bills paid? When you outside, do you?
Like bam, bam, Nah, I ain't no rookie. Hey, bloods in that. Hey, turn the lights off, I don't want you looking. Tight. Think I took you. Hey, all that. Hey, what's up with it? Hey, that girl I don't play. Hey, beat it up, that's a melee. G63, I swerve on it. First pitch at the dodge, you can't curve on it. YG don't give up, got some nerve, don't you? I'm out on bail.